There we go, that looks like we've got it. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Alex DB Racing channel. You join me here on a lovely sunny Sunday morning for some motor racing. That's what we're all here for. I'm testing some new stuff out. So obviously changed the mic positioning and the camera setup and all that sort of things. I'm basically going to be refreshing the series again in season 2, trying to add some more features and make the content a little better every time as we go along. But enough of that, on to today's race. We are racing at Le Mans. It's the final race of the season. Season 1 has been awesome fun, highs, lows, everything you'd expect from racing really. And I'm just so ready for it. The only thing I'm not ready for is those incredibly long straights with the power disadvantage. So without sounding like a parrot going over and over again, as you know, the rules are unbeatable driver tard difficulty, we're not limiting their aggression, and we run an 85% power cap. So we're limited to only 85% of our power on the grid here, which is why we're scored independently. Everyone else runs at 100%. Because it is Le Mans and it is such a big track, to get all the content in that I need, we're going to have to cut the race in half to 5 laps. But obviously, you know, 3 and a bit minutes a lap. It's not exactly 1 minute 20s, 1 minute 30s, is it? It's a very big track, a very long lap. So we shall see how we get on. And I'll see you all back here in about 5 laps time, okay? Let's get on with the race. So we seem to be starting in a very favourable position here in P5. Obviously it's a very long run down to turn 1, so I'm going to get a bit defensive on the inside. As we get overtaken, we're already down to 7th. A little bit of brake checking into turn 1, and we've got a full GT in the way. But apart from that, no major incidents, and we are through turn 1 and 2 quite safely, and 3 and 4. I'm not going to list off all the corners that we get through without crashing. A little bit deep. It's been a while since I've driven this car. Like the Aston Martin, and here we go now. Heading on. That was a lovely turning. See how much time we gained there. We're now heading onto the first straight for the first time. If I remember from Spa, the slipstream was actually pretty good, so we seem to have picked up the slipstream on the full GT ahead of us. And yes, he's now starting to pull away as we hit 160, 170 miles an hour. But we're staying with him. I think that's obviously a disadvantage that we can't use the slipstream to overtake, but I don't think we're at too much of a disadvantage as a whole. Obviously that was not the best run out of that corner. So as we head down the second part of the straight, I can now see the cars behind getting very close. Yet again, I'm going to defend that inside line. I'm going to park the car, make it as wide as possible, because I can see they're going to go down the inside, but I'm not letting them have it. Even if it means losing a little bit of time to the full GT up ahead, I would rather keep track position rather than going backwards. Anyway, we seem to have managed to hold them off just there. They are a tenth closer now. They are pulling alongside. Have they got the speed to do it? Have we got the speed to stay ahead? They're going to go down the inside. I'm not going to weave too much. Coming up to the big braking zone at the end of the straight now. Second gear, turn it in, oh, and he's there. Put a wheel up the inside to let us know that he's there. We are side by side. He's got a better run off of the straight, and unfortunately we've lost that position. Let's hope we don't lose another one to the Lamborghini now, because we just seem to be going backwards and backwards at this point in the race. However, I'm confident that we shall be much faster in the second part of the lap. What I mean, once we get on the brakes, once we get into the twisties, I feel that's where we can make our time back. As you can see, we're already onto the back of the Aston Martin once again and pulled away from the Lamborghini behind us. Love this section that we're coming into now. Ooh, a little bit slow through there. Made us back off a bit. I think I'm going to chuck it down the inside here. That's a very brave move. We're offline. We're off the track. We can't make that move. But see what I mean? We can just carry so much more speed through the corners. Move we made into the chicanes here. Whoa, braking very early. Ooh, that was a close one. Looks like he's gone in for his pit stop nice and early. As we just glide through those last couple of chicanes. Watch it now, we're losing it. We do have people coming in for their mandatory pit stop straight away. Given our track position of 7th place, I might be more inclined to do the overcut. Or is it the undercut? I don't know. Either one could work for us, but I'm just thinking, given how much time we're losing, with some clear track I could probably make that back up again. I know what you're thinking, yes, I have clear track now, but yeah, I don't think the undercut's going to work for us here, because we'll come out, loads of other people would have made their pit stops and we'll just be joining traffic. So I feel like if I do the undercut, gain as much track position as I can, and look how much we've gained up in that chicane there. So much time gained. But I can feel a Lamborghini breathing down my neck now as we head towards the second chicane. I'm just going to cover off that inside line. He's going to do it, he's going to have to go wide. Still looking for the inside though, but we've got that covered off. Oh, bye bye bollards. Yeah, I think the overcut is the way to go. That's how we've got to plan it. So if we do try and do the undercut, we're just going to come out into more traffic. Whereas if we do the overcut, we can get track position, and we can just come in as late as possible. That was much better through there. Look at that. Hey. Put the Lamborghini 2 seconds behind us and put ourselves within a second of the full GT ahead. If there was a DRS zone right here, we'd be laughing. But this isn't Formula 1, this is GT racing. We're starting within a second. I feel like the slipstream's quite strong up until we get past 160 miles an hour. And then it just seems to pull away on us a little bit there. Ooh. A little twitch on entry there. but doing fine. Close right back up to the full GTR. I can feel an overtake coming on. A little bit of correction there on the exit, but no damage done. We are now within half a second of the car in front. I'm getting quite a good slipstream down the straight, coming into one of my favourite sections where I know we're going to be much faster. Let's see how this goes. I'm just going to downshift once, run it a little bit wide so we can use as much downforce as possible. Is the move down the inside possible this time? No. I don't think that's a place where we can make a move, but it's a place I do want to make a move. Oh, just bump over the curbs there. And we've got an amazing run down to the chicanes. I can feel a lunge up the inside coming, as long as it doesn't do what the last car did and pulls into the pits at the last minute. And we do have cars coming into the pits now. A little bit of scraping on the side, but got away with it, and we're up a couple of positions as one of the cars goes off in the background there. Couldn't quite tell which one it was. But anyway, that is us. This is what I mean, that's us into second position in the race. However, we do still need to have a pit stop, but this is a time where we need to make up the most time we can and try and close that 10-second gap to the leader down. The closer we get to the leader, the more positions we make up. Obviously, as we're now in second, we are still going for the overcut, but it's whatever the car ahead of us does, we do the opposite. Head onto the straight with a 1 second advantage over the car behind, but I feel like that's going to be significantly less by the time we get. Just going to run the revs up a little bit higher. It's coming for the inside line. Just ease over to that side of the track and maybe discourage him from making the move. We can jump on the brakes a little bit later. I feel like we've made that move stick. Yet again, coming at us very quickly. I'm just going to cover off the middle of the road now, so not give them any idea of which way we're going to go. We've got Ferrari coming up very quickly on us again. In the background, as you can see, this power disadvantage is really doing us no favours whatsoever. But I know. Look at that through there. Wowza. That'll do. That's given us enough breathing space. We've got just over a second to the car behind as we head down into the next corner now, which the braking zone should come up a lot quicker. He's about to be overtaken by Ferrari behind. Are they going to go down the inside of us? I'm going to leave them room just in case, but no, that would have been quite a silly move. We've gained a 10th on the leader. 10.6 now, 10.5, back up to 10.6 again. We're keeping him honest. I don't know if that means we're doing a good job or if we're doing a bad job, but we seem to be keeping pace with the race leader as he pulls away an extra couple of tenths in this straight. But as we all know, this is the time for this car to shine as we come into the tight and twisted corners now. We've instantly taken 8 tenths of a second out of him there. Pull out a massive gap to the cars behind. Which is going to give us a nice comfortable margin to pull away now. See, straight line speed isn't everything. One brake, one downshift, and then back on the throttle through the corners. We're going to brake a little bit again. I'm going to keep it in a lower gear so we've got that low end torque from the car and we don't slide out with wheels spinning up all over the place. I'm going to clip down a gear here. Short shift through this corner, but we've gone very wide and gone over the bump, so I'm just pushing a little bit too hard there. Maybe that was not the line to take. Will he come into the pits? I don't know, but he is down to... Yes, he's come into the pits now. Running a little bit wide there. The last thing you want to do is go into the gravel here. So just before he came into the pits, we did take the lead of the race, and I can see loads more cars coming into the pits now. Start lap 4 of this race. Everyone's coming in now. We've just got to have an absolute barnstorm of a lap here to make sure that we stay ahead. Run a little bit wide onto the curbs there, but we're keeping it straight and steady. I don't know what the average time loss for a pit stop here, but the gap to second place is currently 12 seconds. And 70 miles an hour down the straight. Extending our lead up to 13 seconds now. We've got to keep pushing it down the straight as much as we can. So we approach 170 miles an hour on the brakes for the second chicane. Probably wasn't our smoothest through there. That's apparent by the gap. It's stand below 13 seconds to the car behind, so I can imagine it'll probably be about 12 seconds by the time we get to the next braking zone. You can see our rear right tyre has just started to go off now. And that's our whole left side now starting to go off completely. Yeah, it's definitely box at the end of this lap for sure. And then we'll have one lap to see this through. Gap reopened to just over 13 seconds now. I don't know if the cars behind are yet to pit, but we shall see. Pretty much flat all the way through there. I feel that was probably the best we've ever done through there, as we open the gap up to coming into the pits now. Just touch the wall on the way in. There we go. Right, so the car behind hasn't pitted, which means we've got almost 21 seconds to the car behind that has pitted, so I imagine can't remember, well, ironically, number 56, the KTM Expo, will also have to come in and pit. Sorry, the BMW Z4, as the Expo is getting very, very close to us now, very close. Are we going to make it out into the lead? Don't think we are. There goes the leader. We're in second, we're in third, we're in fourth. Can we still fight for a podium here? We're in fifth. Sixth approaching very quickly. I'm going to block that off. I don't know if the podium's a shout anymore, but top 5 is still very good. I think we've managed to just hold 5th position there. As long as we can hold it down the straight, we'll be alright. The car is wide awake now. Yeah, first place, 11 seconds down the road still, so obviously losing about 30 seconds or so in the pit lane. So we head on down the straight for the final time. Got the McLaren just behind us. Getting closer and closer. We're going to have to see how close we can get to 4th maybe. Better run down the straight this time, closing that gap down from a second, almost half a second of both through. We need to go defensive now, we need to go attack the car ahead, even if he is 2.5 seconds down the road, which is obviously a lot closer now. 2 seconds to the car ahead, 1.3 to the car behind, 1.2, 1.1, I feel like going to be close in the braking zone, but I feel like we should have it. I don't think anyone will be making mistakes at this point in the race. .8. 2.5 seconds to 1.8 seconds on a part of the track that we are considerably slower on. Feeling like we could just go for 4th here. So we fly through the straights now, still keeping them sub 2 seconds. Brake down 1 gear, back on throttle. Brake down 2 gears, let the car roll into the corner. Use as much of the track as possible. We're now down to just 1 second to the car ahead, down 2 gears. Don't get on the power too early, we don't want to slide out or go into that wall on the outside. 1 second to the car ahead. As we come into what is our fastest part of the track. Can we do it? Going very slowly through there. We're on the outside. Are we going to be able to make that move stick around the outside now and up the inside onto the next corner? We are neck and neck through here. Just about done it. Oh, we've hit a bump. Right at the last second we hit the bump on the exit of the chicane. We've gone off, we've hit the wall. We've managed to keep it on track. I've stayed well out of the way. Somehow he didn't manage to get back past us there. I just kept my foot in all the way through till the end. We power slide out of the last corner and across the line for almost 24 minutes of Le Mans. It's good. Bloody hell, that Viper did a 409. How are some cars doing sub 4 minutes 10s, and the others are doing 4 minutes 13, 15, 16, stuff like that. That doesn't make sense. Oh, what a race that turned out to be. Well then, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun, and that does mark the end of season 1 completely. However, there is still one more race, non-championship race, that I want to do. It's something I promised earlier in the season. So for a non-championship race in this series, we're going to be doing 2 laps of the Nordschleife. Make that 3. We'll do 3. I'm sure we can do 3. Anyway, I'll see you all then. Thanks for sticking around for season 1. That was really awesome. Like I said, got a lot of upgrades coming towards season 2. A lot of things that I want to do. We are heading over to the American circuit. Same series, same cars, same setup. We're just going to be doing an American leg of the tour, and then it's off to an Asian, like, you know, that side of the world. Yeah, for season 3, and then, but yeah, obviously looking forward to season 2. There's a lot of cool tracks out in America that I'm really looking forward to, and I hope you're all looking forward to them as well. It's going to be big stuff. I'm really excited for it. So I'll see you all then. Thanks for sticking around for season 1. Good night.